Okay, you guys are going to have to rely on your powers of imagination for this video because I had it all planned out. I was going to sit out on my deck in the sun in the 20 minutes that I get to have between job 1 and job 2 and have a nice breezy little video on the value of therapeutic videos. No, I think I'm onto something. I should probably publish some kind of paper on this, except it's probably already been done somewhere by somebody, somehow. Something I didn't really expect with these videos, and I mean, I'm not talking about my ones that are having to do with atheism. I'm talking about the other ones. The painfully horrible ones to watch. I didn't really think about how or why I was doing and have been doing those videos. I just know that it's been helping me. And I just like to recommend to people out there who are dealing with depression. Or, I don't know, anything that, I guess I don't really know enough about mental illness to say too much, but I know about depression. Unlike a lot of other mental illnesses, depression is just a matter of, there's two things that you have to do to get better. One, you have to take medication to help the chemical imbalance correct itself physically and, in your brain chemistry. But you also have to get a grip on your thoughts, and that's the hardest part. Anybody can take pills, but getting a grip on your thoughts, especially when you're as old as me, and you have these lovely habits that you've had since, you were 7, not so easy. And you don't have, a lot of times, you don't have any idea that that you're a slave to your own thought patterns, your own habits, your own thinking. I've been aware of it for a while, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and it's quite another thing to be on guard against it and have some handle on it, some way to take that and control it. It's the way you are. It's so ingrained. It's just the way. You can't really just say, okay, I'm not going to think this thought anymore. It's just part of how you think. And it's like your hardwiring. You're hardwired to think a certain way. And I think with me, I'm hardwired to dredge up memories, and it goes back to when the best years of my life were when my dad was alive. And so that would be, I can't really count the first year because I was adopted when I was 9 months old, and I don't really have very clear memories in the first year. Like, most people don't really, so that's not strange. But 4 years, he died 3 days after my 6th birthday, so maybe 5-ish years with my dad. And I've already said in prior videos what a great guy he was. When you're that little, dads are wonderful. You put dads on pedestals and they can do no wrong. You haven't gotten to the age yet where dad's pissing you off and you're yelling at him and telling him you hate him and you go to hell and slamming doors and running outside and getting your car and screeching down the road to get away from him. And anyway, I never got to get that way with my dad. I did with my mom, but not my dad, so I can't even say how many times I had knockdown, drag-out verbal fights with my mom. But I won't go there. And I'm forgetting the whole point of my thinking is I really cherish my dad. The few memories that I've managed to preserve in my mind of my dad, and really they're very few now because when I was younger I needed them, and I would replay them in my mind like a favorite song over and over and over and over. And and it was hard when I got older because it wasn't even very long after he died that I was no longer able to imagine what his voice sounded like, and not much longer after that, and I couldn't remember what he looked like. I'd have to look at a picture of him, and now at this age, I can't remember him unless I look at a picture, and then I can't remember my dad's personality. I just remember that I loved him. I remember more a feeling that I used to get when I was around him. Anyway, the point is, I have hardwired now this habit of dredging up the past. When I was a child, it helped me get through some really crappy times. But as an adult, it's a bad thing because anything that's a bad memory for me, or something that I do the same thing now with anything that has hurt me. I'm just trying to. Anyway, the point of it is, what I am finding out about these videos, I did a really crappy one last night, and I've done crappy ones in the past, and it's funny to go back. It's one thing to be caught up in that emotion and feeling like shit, and then you go back and you watch it and you realize how stupid some of the things are that you're saying. Things coming out of your mouth, you're like, oh my God, you kind of are able to see, you're able to catch yourself and see the distorted thinking that you're entertaining in your mind. And a lot of times I've either deleted these videos completely, or I've gone and I've cut them in half. I've gotten rid of a big chunk of them because, oh my God, and it's therapeutic. I think it's been a big help to me to see how I come across, to see where my thinking is going wrong, and to see how I come across, Anyway, this thing is flashing at me like it's running out of space, so it's going to die on me. But I think it's a good therapeutic tool for somebody with depression to, do like an avatar thing. Record your thoughts to a camera and go back a few days later and watch. And listen to what you're saying and how you're thinking, and compare it to how you feel when you're not in that moment and you're not in that feeling and you're having a good day. Go back and look at yourself having a bad day and see what you sound like and how you look and what you're doing to yourself. You're going to see abuse. You're going to see yourself abusing yourself. And that's what I'm finding out about doing these videos. Also, another plus, I've managed to meet somebody who has some idea of the place I'm in and has been able to give me some pearls of wisdom. So,